Is this all right, Brad? It's not too close?
No, you're fine.
Test 1, 2. Can anybody hear me here? Well, I'm playing the part of Nate Brown today, the taller, less follically challenged than Nate Brown. Don't anyone tell him I said that, but Nate is over in Sioux Falls today, speaking with some alumni. He was involved with the alumni gathering at Raven Industries last evening that the president and Ann Eckert had going on at the foundation. So we're going to start this thing with Coach Schaefer. He's going to talk to us a little bit about indoor track and field.
Well, welcome everybody out. It's exciting to get started again after a little bit of a break. We don't have students back yet, but the track and field team does have, I think we have 7 student athletes that want to come back early. They'll start arriving tomorrow, and we will open our second half of the indoor season on Saturday with those 7 or 8 athletes in Spearfish. We did get the season kicked off last December, and I think Steve gave a report with his conclusion of the cross-country season, and where we did have one provisional qualifier for the national championship, Tristan Anastas in the high jump, and so we're going to be excited to see what he can get done when he gets back from vacation and get going. So, short report, but like me, a short report. If you have any questions, I'll take those now. Yeah, Brad.
What are some of the meets you're going to be going to for the indoor season?
We have an extensive indoor travel schedule. If you look online, you'll see that it's in Spearfish, in Chadron, in Gillette, in Spearfish, in Gunnison. Those are pretty much our indoor schedule. And then when we go outdoors, then we have to travel a little further. But at least through the indoor season, we're going to stay close to home most of the time, and maybe try and get a couple of kids to a little bigger meet on a couple of the open weekends. But right now, the schedule is pretty well set for all the close meets. No questions. Thank you.
Okay, next we've got Coach Larson, who's going to give us a little recap of games over the break and that heartbreaker last night at BH. I tried to watch it and listen at the same time because BH didn't have audio, and for whatever reason, the Tom and Tom show was about 3 possessions ahead of the live video. I'm starting to get headaches, so I just started to listen to Tom and Tom. I got a bigger headache from that, but I toughed through it, and yeah. So let's welcome up Coach Larson.
Take it easy on my guys there, Joel. All right. Boy, lots to talk about. Thanks for everybody coming out. A little under the weather. It's not from last night's game. I believe it's from more or less just a lot of travel, sleeping in Hampton Inns over and over and over again. So bear with my voice here and my sniffles a little bit. We'll go way back, way back to December, before Christmas break. We played 3 games in Billings. The first game we had against Montana State Billings. And we played a fantastic game. We ended up losing the game, but we played extremely well. We lost to a team who just flat out played better than us that night. We did the things that we needed to do to win the game. Before the game, I told the kids if we rebounded, that was the best offensive rebounding team that we played all year. And if we rebounded the basketball and took care of it, not turned it over, we would win the game. Unfortunately, I was wrong. We did rebound better than them, and we did take care of the basketball, but they had a couple players just have incredible nights, and we couldn't stop them. But we played a fantastic game, and I was really proud of the way we executed offensively, defensively, and stuck to a game plan. but just came up a little bit short there. Again, really proud of our effort and the way we played. The next night, it really came together for us. We played Central Washington and played terrific. It was so much fun to coach that game, see the kids have a lot of success, and everybody was clicking. Offensively, defensively, we were really sharp and beat a good team. One of the better teams we had played this year, and beat them pretty good. They really had no answer for us. We shot the ball well that night, and it's kind of funny. A lot of coaches or fans, even my wife, even once in a while, boy, you guys shot it really well. I said, well, yeah, we did, but we took good shots and we were running good offense. That's the key there. When you're running good offense and you get the shots that you want, you're going to make them. So it really came together for us there that weekend in Billings. And we had a day off, and then we played Montana Tech on Sunday. And Montana Tech's a good team. And again, I was really proud of the way we battled. Montana Tech is physical, and they're a prideful program, and they didn't want to go out of that tournament 0-3. And so they really battled us. But our kids, we hung tough, we played tough every possession. And the last 6 minutes of that game, we executed better than we have in my short time here. And that was really fun to watch. We would run a set and we'd score. We'd call a certain defense and we'd get a turnover. And it was a fantastic game. Brad has a clip up that we'll see later of that game, of something that will just show you how well we executed. We had called a timeout, we had a sideline inbounds play, we drew it up, and the kids just ran it perfectly, and that was the dagger for us, and that was kind of the clincher for us right there. So those 3 games in Billings were, man, it was great. That was a really fun weekend. It kind of all came together for us right there. We were playing extremely good basketball. And then we went on break, and we had 7 days off. And I know the kids did what they were asked to do, get in the gym, get some running in. The problem is we had 1 practice, and we get on a plane, and then we have a shoot around, and we get on a plane and fly all the way to Los Angeles, and we have 1 shoot around, and we play a game. And we played a good team, the Masters College. I'm pretty familiar with that program because I'm good friends with the head coach there, and they had 4 practices before we played them, and they kind of stuck it to us a little bit, and you could just see we were out of sync. We didn't have the flow and the execution that we did against the teams that we were playing in Billings. And, I'm not about excuses, but, the more I think about that, and after I watched the games a couple of times, that's exactly what it was. We didn't have enough time to practice and work on ourselves more so. And you could see it in our offensive numbers. A lot of missed shots, quite a few turnovers, and we weren't able to counter what they did to us defensively. And then the next day we played another good team at Hope International University. Quite frankly, we jumped out to a 13-point lead that game. We're playing really well, running good offense, and they cranked up the pressure on us a little bit. They were a really athletic team, and again, this kind of turned it over, got us out of sync, and again, not making excuses, but the lack of practice there really hurt us too. And they had the best player on the floor that day. The entire second half, it seemed like they just go 1-4 flat, and this little point guard of theirs would shake and bake and hit a really tough pull-up jumper. And we were guarding her. We had a hand in the face, and she would make it. And she ended up with 23 points that game. That was pretty much the difference right there. Besides, our turnovers and just lack of execution. And then had a great day off in Los Angeles. The kids had some free time, go to the beach and see the sights in LA, although it was low 50s, which was kind of a bummer, going all the way to Southern California. But I was still running around short, so I didn't care too much. But then we played a good team in Biola. We went to their gym after that and played, I thought was one of the, probably, if not the best team, the second best team out in California that we played. And you could see by that time we had kind of knocked off the rust a little bit. We had a little practice on Thursday. We went an hour, real sharp, pretty hard, and we could see that we knocked off the rust. And man, we played well. You know, we had multiple contributors. We had 5 kids in double figures that game, and just really defended a high-scoring team. So I was really proud of the way we bounced back there. You know, it would have been pretty easy to go to the beach and have all kinds of excuses. We're tired, we're on the road. But we played extremely hard, played extremely smart, and we got a good win there. Then we fly back to Rapid City, and then we take the rest of Saturday off. We practice Sunday, Monday, and we play last night. So by the time we get back, I'm counting it here, we had 3 full practices and then a couple shoot-arounds and then 2 one-hour practices in there. So we played, you know, by the time count those Billings games, California games, and last night, you know, basically we had 4 practices for 7 games. And that's hard. That's really tough to do when you're just constantly prepping for the next opponent and you can't work on yourself. And again, you know, last night it kind of showed a little bit. We played hard. I was extremely proud of our effort. We defended extremely well. We just couldn't execute quite the way we wanted to. We missed 15 shots in the paint last night, where that hurts. Now, obviously, you're leaving a lot of points off the board there, and again, our lack of practice really hurt us in our turnovers again. You could see that we're just kind of out of sync a little bit. So, great thing about right now is we have 10 days off where we can practice and we can work on ourselves, and we won't have to worry about opponents until the middle of next week. That's going to be the best thing for us, no doubt about it. So, really happy to get back into the gym and just concentrate on what we do offensively, what we do defensively, and get better there and sharpen our saw. I'm going to go back to that Billings tournament too, and you know, when I was hired here, there was multiple people that told me, "Oh, geez, finals week, after finals, hey, don't even count on competing. Your kids aren't going to show up. You know, they're fried, they're done, they're ready to check out, go home for Christmas break." That's probably the proudest thing I am right now about that group. You know, we played some of our best basketball at a time where a lot of people told us we just couldn't do it. And that's kind of the perception that we're trying to change with this program, and our kids did that. You know, we talked about it a little bit, we put some bugs in their ears saying, yeah, some people say you can't do this, but sure enough, we did it. And that, again, that's why I'm so proud of this group right now. They're resilient. And I know, you know, as big as a bummer last night was, I know we'll bounce back. And I know our best basketball is ahead of us here in January and February. There's no doubt about it. Brad, you got some clips for us here? All right, this is in Montana here. We're playing MSUB. Kelly Peterson with the ball, running our secondary break. They're in a bit of a zone offense or defense, and we go right into our zone offense and execute perfectly. Jordan Deans knocks down a jumper. Jordan Deans had a career night that game against a really good team. When she's playing well on the perimeter, there she is again, attacking a back closeout, getting to the rim. When she's playing well, you know, our team is hard to guard, no doubt about it. Here we get a great defensive stop. Alexis Long gets a tremendous rebound. And this is how we want to play. Let's get a rebound and let's roll. That's a great outlet pass, and Hump makes a very nice pass here. Brandon, can you freeze this or rewind it for me? I got to talk a little bit more about this. Thank you. All right, this is the play I was telling you about against Montana Tech, where we call a timeout and we draw this up. This is something that we hadn't practiced at all. Just me being a brilliant basketball mind. Thank you. And find a mismatch and give the ball to one of our better players in the right block there, Megan Rohr. And we execute this thing to an absolute T. And this is the dagger. This is the shot that pretty much puts us over the top and wins the game. But the thing, I'm going to make a little fun of myself here. I didn't realize I did this until I was watching the film later, but look at the guy in the Christmas red sweater there look at his reaction when this happens here. Go ahead, Brad. Sorry, I totally ruined your vibe there, didn't I? We could see him again if you want to, Brad.
Yeah, you just keep talking.
All right.
That's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. These are great clips. I want to see these more and more and more. Again, great execution here, going into our zone offense. Jordan knocking down a jumper. I'll say again, when our perimeter game is matching our post play, we're tough to guard. And that's what we started to see in Billings a little bit. A lot of contribution from our guards, just being aggressive. And that's a tremendous take there by Jordan, where she's really improving her game. And again, this is how we want to play. We want to play faster than the opponent. A great outlet pass, and this is a good pass by a freshman there to Jordan. That's tremendous basketball.
All right,
Here it is again. We execute this to an absolute T. And poking fun at myself here. It's a pretty good reaction. Couple fist pumps. Man, let's go. Let's go. That's great stuff. Here's a good stop by us. Running the floor, and this is something we practice every single day. Just transition basketball. This is why I love posts that can shoot it. It's extremely hard to guard. Here's a little inbounds play that we run all the time. This is against the Masters College here. Janelle Strampy drawing double team, kicking it out to Peyton Humble, knocking down a three. That's exactly how we like to play. Here, this is a great clip here as well. The secondary basketball. Devin Ashley makes a tremendous read. She sees that the defender guard Megan's on the inside. She skips it back to the perimeter. We have one more inside. A great play there, and that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of flow. When we have that flow offensively, we're extremely hard to guard, and we just haven't had that the last couple games. Again, great to get back in the gym and be able to work on that stuff again. We got a really great guest here today, Jordan Means, two-time captain for us, senior this year for us. She is, again, I can go on and on and on about Jordan, but she has some of the most unique qualities in a player that I've never really coached. She's got the tremendous quality of a person to be able to laugh at herself and keep things light with the team. But also at the same time, when it's time to zero in and focus, she's able to do it and wrap those kids together. The other thing I love about her, I can harp on Jordan and harp on her and harp on her, and she can give me this look like, yeah, okay, I got you. I'm going to show you, right now. And she's got that fire that I love in a competitor. And she played 37 minutes last night. It's hard for us to take Jordan off the floor because she's our defensive stopper. She makes very few mistakes defensively. She is kind of the core to our defensive unit, and just extremely solid offensively as well. And she's turned herself into a really good basketball player for us, and obviously a tremendous student as well. I was looking at their grades just this morning, and I don't believe I've seen anything lower than an A on her entire transcript here. Really remarkable, but just an absolute joy to coach. We will miss her when this year is over, but happy to have her here today. Come on up, Jordan.
Thank you, Coach. My name is Jordan Needens, and I'm a senior, and I'm majoring in applied biological sciences. I'm actually pre-med, so right now I'm working on applying to medical schools. And my top two choices are USD and then one in Denver, CU Denver's medical campus. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about the games. Like Coach said, I think that when we were in Montana, we were all just so excited to be done with our finals that we were just jetted. And we were all ready to play once we got those done. We were on a trip. We were all really happy to be done. And I think that I got to give Coach P a little credit on my first game, my career game. I stepped into her office and she's like, come sit down with me for a second. She showed me some clips of when she played in college. And so I think I owe it to that. I saw her play, I saw how she was playing, and I tried to play like Coach P. And then, like Coach said, we played our best basketball there, and we get in the gym as much as we can on break and stuff like that, but it's just not the same as being with your team or being on the court and competing in a game. And I agree with Coach. We don't want to make excuses, but it just felt, I don't know, it just didn't feel like we were clicking right in California. And I'm glad we did get one win out of that, but I think that we could have done a lot better. I think we should have got 3 out there. So also coming back to last night's game, I think we're starting to get back into it. We're starting to get better, but I just think that these practices, as much as I am not looking forward to 10 days of practice and 10 days off without games, I think that it's really going to be the difference, and getting those wins is going to be 10 times better than losses, so it'll be worth it. Do you guys have any questions?
You're thinking pre-med, surgeon, or?
Oh, actually, I want to do pediatrics. So I love kids, and I've always wanted to work with kids, but I also just want to challenge myself and keep, I didn't want to just be a teacher, not that being a teacher's bad, but I just want to keep working hard and using like some of my Are there any other questions?
Can you do your best Coach Larson impersonation?
I really want to do it. When he makes, I don't know.
Oh,
I'll tell you about it. I'll describe it. When he makes
Oh.
a half-court shot at our pregame, and he circles the gym, falls down, or maybe rips a hole in his sweats because he's celebrating so much. Are there any
That's
other
pretty
questions?
tame there.
Yeah, I don't really want to do it the whole way. Is there anything else?
How was it last night, last BH game for you?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Last year was my first BH game ever, so even as a junior. So yeah, I didn't actually play in any BH games until I was a junior, but kind of my injury and stuff like that. But it's crazy playing against them because we're so used to them. I was talking in the van. I don't even know their numbers because I know all their full first and last names, and so it's just it's cool that we're able to do that. Have so many like a competition like that where you really get to know your opponents. We almost don't even need a scouting report against BH because we all know exactly what they do. Anything else?
Okay, so now we go from one self-proclaimed great basketball mind to another self-proclaimed great basketball mind. Coach Henry.
I just tell my wife and Brad that all the time, not the whole internet and the whole world.